Hi, my name is Barry Foster and welcome back to episode number 12 of A-League to the UK. This is the Football Manager 21 save, starting off with the Newcastle Jets in the Australian A-League. And we've got the FFA Cup semi-final to play today. We've got a home semi-final and we're against the Wellington Phoenix, so that will be a bit of a tough encounter. But before we get to that game, we had three more pre-season matches, and once again I took the boys on a tour. Quite liking these tours, and we went to the Middle East and also South Africa. And as you can see, we played Al Arabi of Kuwait and we beat them 6-0. We then flew down to South Africa and we played Royal AM and we had a 1-0 victory. Then back to Iran in the Middle East, where we played Zobahan, of quite a good side. We drew 1-1, and as you can see, the Iranian side equalised in the 92nd minute. But it was a pretty good showing and a bit of fun to go overseas and play different teams. Though, as you can see from the overall bank balance, we're in the red. It doesn't do a bank balance much good at all. So I think future pre-season matches, I'm going to have to play them at home to generate some income. Now, on the player side of things, we have offered a contract to Des Brown. Now, he was destined for Sydney FC. Got a feeling something went wrong there, and we approached him a second time and we were able to offer him a contract, and he accepted, and we're just waiting on a work permit decision. That'll come through on the 3rd of November in just a few days' time, but I think he could be a very good attacking player for us. And we've got two players from England on trial, both central defenders, Harry Clark, a young 20-year-old from Arsenal, and I think he looks really quite good, and we can get him on loan for the rest of the season. I've been quite impressed with him in the 2 games he's played so far. And another young 20-year-old, a Nigerian from Wigan, who's also on trial. Not as good as Harry Clark, but I think he could be a very good backup if things maybe fall through with Harry Clark. So we're going to try and get Harry Clark as well as Des Brown, because I think both will be very good additions to the squad. But anyway, we've got the big game today, Wellington Phoenix, an FFA Cup semi-final, and of course the other semi-final between Gold Coast United and Macarthur FC. That's already been played, and Macarthur FC have turned out winners 3-2. So the MPL side, Gold Coast United, they put up a fairly good showing against Macarthur. But anyway, it's Wellington Phoenix today, so let's go and play the Knicks. Okay, for the FFA Cup semi-final, this is the starting 11 for the Newcastle Jets. We have Woods in goal, James, Espro, Potomitis, Donachie and Galloway across the back line, Wilson sitting behind Melling and Sykes in midfield, Petratos out on the left, Miller on the right, and Sumau will lead our attacking line because, and I forgot to mention this, Stamatelopoulos, a young gun striker, unfortunately damaged his neck in training and he's going to be out for a couple more days, so he's going to miss this semi-final. But on the bench, we do have a fairly good bench. We've got Jack Duncan, Nick Ansell, Jason Hoffman, Connor O'Toole, Angus Thurgate, Valentino Yule and Jai Oakes. Young Jai Oakes will come onto the bench because of the injury to Stamatelopoulos. So that's the starting 11. I think it looks a fairly strong one. So we'll submit that. And I think Wellington Phoenix, we should be pretty familiar with the lineup from them. They'll put out a fairly strong side as usual with Devlin, Ball, Sporanovic. Interesting, there's one player I think might be missing there. Anyway, that might be to our advantage. We'll go to the dressing room and Jerry Payton says we are the favourites here, so go out there and give the fans a performance to cheer for. Okay, well, let's go with Jerry. Fingers crossed. He can do the tunnel interview as normal. And as you see, it's a nighttime fixture. Once again, a bit of a sparse crowd at the Hunter Stadium. Wellington seem to be playing with maybe two defensive midfielders. That's quite interesting. Thought they might be a little bit more gung-ho than that. Anyway, it's the Jets that gets the first 45 minutes underway. This is Donachie out to Galloway and Sykes. Sykes, the new advanced playmaker from England. Expecting a good season from him. This is Galloway. And end of the highlight. Now, I think Galloway, he's probably nailed down that right back position, maybe a bit ahead of Hoffman. Though I think Hoffman's a pretty good replacement. And Hoffman, we can play him in an attacking right position and also in striker as well. He's quite a versatile player. But unfortunately for him, he is on the wrong side of 30 from memory. So the youngster Galloway certainly is getting first pick at right back. But anyway, a bit of a lack of highlights so far in this semi-final, and Wellington Phoenix, the only side to actually have a shot on goal. Anyway, we finally have another highlight. This is Aspropotomitis, free kick. This is James out to Petratos. Looks as though there's a bit of precipitation coming down here in Newcastle. This is Melling. A lot of careful passing. Not really doing much with it, but anyway, at least they're keeping possession. And this is through to Petratos. Oh, he's down. Penalty? No. Oh, okay. I thought we were going to get a pen then. Anyway, this is Galloway now for the Jets. He plays it back to Wilson. Now Sykes to Sumau. Miller tries his luck, but that's over the bar. But at least he had a shot. Probably the first shot for the Jets in the match. And I think we'll call out a bit of encouragement to the boys. That normally goes down fairly well. Slightly mixed reaction from the team, but certainly a bit of a tight semi-final. Only 2 shots for the game so far. And it's Wellington with the majority of the possession. So maybe they're not so defensive as I thought their tactic might have suggested. But anyway, this is McGarry playing the ball to De Vere and Rufer. Now De Vere to Devlin. De Vere pushes it out to Cornick and found him. And that's blocked. Oh, good save by Woods. I thought that was going into the corner, but Woods made a very good save. He's done pretty well between the sticks, Woods. He has kept number 1 Duncan out of the starting 11 for most of the matches so far. He's been quite a good signing, which is always a bit encouraging to see, especially when you sign a new goalkeeper. But we're fast approaching half-time, and been a lack of highlights in the opening 45. I expected a little bit more than this. And overall, the Newcastle team playing a little bit under par. Not really their best opening 45 minutes that I've seen in recent matches. But we'll see if we can turn that around at half-time. And as you can see, 3 shots to 2 in favour of the Knicks. Certainly they've got their possessions, 66%, and the corners. So I think they are playing slightly better than us. And I think what does Jerry want to say? We are the favourites here, so go out there and give them. Well, Jerry, I don't think that's going to really work. I'm going to point the finger and say to the boys, I haven't been really happy with their performance so far. And I guess that would have to be the truth. So get them out there for the second 45 minutes, and it's the Phoenix that get us underway. This is Sporanovic to Sutton. Now Devlin back to Sutton. This is McGarry. End of the highlight. Thought he was going to play that down the left. But it's been a bit of a torrid semi-final. I don't think there'll be 5 goals in this match like the other semi-final between Gold Coast and Macarthur. But at least we've had 4 shots to 3 now. Bit of encouragement there, but I think we'll demand a little bit more from the boys. We are the home team. Sumau is not having a great game in front of goals. Miller's a little bit flat as well, which is a bit unusual. He's normally extremely reliable. We'll give this a few more minutes, and I think we'll make some substitutions. See whether we can fire the boys up. So let's do that now, since we're on played 65 minutes. Yeah, Miller, 6.4. That is really strange. He normally does not play like that. Okay, well, what we're going to do, we're going to bring on Mr. Yule. He can replace Miller. Melling's on a yellow, but I think I'll leave Melling out there at the moment. Sumau, I'm a bit tempted to change him. Wilson is struggling at 6.4. That's not normally his way at all. But anyway, I think we'll go with one more change. I think we'll bring Thurgate on for Sykes. See whether these 2 substitutions change things around. Call out a bit of encouragement to the boys. Anyway, this is Cornick for the Knicks, but he lost it. And now this is Thurgate. Fresh legs on the park. Can he link up? Samal not making much of a run for him. This is Petratos. Now James to Melling, back to Petratos. Long one for Yule to chase. He should just keep this in. And he puts his cross in. Well, Thurgate with the header, but an easy save in the end for Marinovic. But once again, second half, not many highlights at all. And I think we'll make one more change coming up to the 75th minute mark. I think we will give the young boy, Jai Oakes, an opportunity up front. And I've got a feeling we normally play him as an advance forward. So we'll change that to advance forward. Confirm that. Let's get back to the game. Can one of these sides get a winner late in the game? Well, only about probably 10 minutes left. And we're still waiting for a highlight, and the end of the match is fast approaching. Anyway, Galloway with a free kick for the Jets, and this is Thurgate. And he lost out, but Wilson. This is Melling. Plays a nice ball through to Yule. Well, he backed himself, but he was off target, hit the side netting, but at least he had a shot. I'll give him that. But we're fast coming up to almost the 90th minute in the match. Wellington still have had the majority of possession. We've done slightly better in the second half with possession, but I think that's going to be it. That is going to be it. So we're into extra time. And, okay, Jerry now reckons he's not happy with that performance. Well, maybe some encouragement to the boys. Maybe a bit assertive. Okay, let's I think we'll tell them it's time for everyone to dig in and give everything you've got left tonight. See whether that fires them up for the extra time. It's almost said second half. A senior moment. Anyway, this is Payne for the Knicks and Devlin. End of the highlight. Once again, short and sweet. But Petratos now, he can send the ball into the Wellington box, and that's been headed away by De Vere. Now this is Hamed. Yeah, well, I thought he was going to get to that ball. This is Wilson. Hamed's not a bad striker. He's an Israeli international, I think. He can be quite good. Anyway, Ewell now for Newcastle Jets, and he gets his cross in, and that is Jai Oakes, the substitute, the youngster, with the first goal of the match in the 94th minute. So a nice cross by Ewell from the right. In fact, Wilson gave him a nice return pass, and Ewell with a very nice cross, and Jai Oakes just got in front of the keeper and he's put it into the back of the net. Nice little cartwheel there by the youngster. I've got a feeling Oakes might not be a bad player. I mean, he was another signing by our director of football, and I decided to approve that because he had some interesting attributes for a young man. Not all across the board, but he had some good ones. Anyway, the game's not over. This is McGarry now with a throw. Donachie with a header. This will be Devlin. And he plays it back to De Vere. Plays it long, but it's met by Galloway. Now Petratos. Another little glitch. Now Oakes, he's beaten the offside trap. Can he make it 2? And he has, emphatically. 2-0 to the Jets. And it's the youngster who's going to be getting all the headlines from this game, because that was an extremely good finish and an extremely good run. Just look at this run. A diagonal run, beats the offside, and in front of the keeper, he just blasts it into the net. An excellent goal, and I've got a feeling the Jets are going to find it pretty tough to come back now. Must be some weary legs out there. But anyway, this is Donachie now for the Jets, and this is Ewell. Another strong run, and he puts a ball across to Petratos. Can he make it 3? No. Good save by Marinovic. He got down well to that. Just 1 minute of added time, I think, in this opening period of extra time. Well, there's a quick reply. Ben Old has made it 2-1. Maybe I've been counting my chickens a little bit too early, but that's a good reply from the Jets just before the end of this first period of extra time. It was Payne, Hamed, Devlin with the cross. A bit of slack marking there. Wasn't the great piece of marking, but anyway, the Jets, half-time. Okay, let's go straight back into it. Got a feeling we can make one more substitution in this period, and I'll just keep that in mind. We do have some tired players. But anyway, this is Old now, the goal scorer for the Wellington Phoenix, and he puts it back to McGarry. This is Sutton. Back to McGarry. He's going to get his cross in. It's cleared by Espero-Potomitis, but only as far as Payne. Yes, I think I might be bringing on Hoffman, because Galloway on right back, he's pretty tired, and I think we'll do that now. No, we'll let this go, see what happens with this free kick. And that's headed away. This will be Hamed for the Knicks. I don't think he's got a great deal of pace, but he's got players coming through in the middle, and he found Devlin. Oh, good save by Woods, and Galloway has cleared it away, so I think we'll make the substitution now. I'm pretty sure we can make one more, and I think I'll bring on Hoffman if I can for Galloway. No, I can't. Well, there you go. I thought I could make a fourth substitution in extra time, but no, you can't. That's a bit of a bummer, but anyway. McGarry with the throw for the Knicks, and Donachie just clears it downfield. I think that was De Vere getting to the ball first. We'll call out a bit more encouragement to the boys. I think that went down like a lead balloon, but Thurgate with a free kick, and that's Donachie putting it just over the bar. A third goal would be a very, very nice thing, just to make it a little bit more difficult for the Knicks. But I've got a feeling time might run out for the Wellington side. Anyway, this is James to Petratos. Back to James. Plays it forward to Petratos. And his cross is blocked, and this is Melling now. Now Wilson. It's put through to the keeper just to clear it upfield. That was old. Headed to no one really in particular. Now Wilson. Now Donachie. Playing it long. That's Baranovic with a header, and Devlin. This is Hamed back to Sutton, and that's it. So in extra time, the Newcastle Jets have run out winners 2-1 with youngster Jai Oakes getting a goal in the 94th and 102nd minute, and Old replying in the 106th minute. So fairly even sort of a match, as you can see, 11 shots apiece. Possession heavily in favour of the Wellington side, 5 corners to 1 in favour of them. And even the average rating slightly favoured them as well. So we've done pretty well to come away with a victory. And yeah, tell the boys it was a good win. Why not? And you can handle that interview as usual. There we have it. Newcastle Jets fortunate to beat the Wellington Phoenix. I wouldn't argue with that at all. I think we were a tad lucky. Tad lucky indeed. Okay, Jets debutant Oakes makes immediate impact, and he has. And as you can see, he's only got 7 months remaining on his contract. So maybe he might get a new contract if he's going to play like that. And this is confirmation that the Newcastle Jets will play Macarthur FC in the FFA Cup final on the 4th of September. So that's probably a bit over a month down the track, since it's now the 30th October in the game. And this young boy did impress, and we've got to be very, very happy. We'll shake his hand and tell him he was superb, and because he was. He really surprised me in press conference. We'll do it, why not? Let's see what they're going to say. Well, that was a close run thing. I think Wellington said that after Waterloo. You must be delighted to have got the win at last. Yep, I think so. I'm going to say we fought to the very end. I think we did. The fairy tale continues. Must be delighted to progress further in the competition. I'm pleased we're through, but we won't get ahead of ourselves right now, that's for sure. You've managed to guide Newcastle Jets into a first ever FFA Cup final. Congratulations, you must be delighted. I think they've already asked me that already. Absolutely. Despite having only 38% possession, you've still managed to win. Did you intend to allow Wellington Phoenix quite so much of the ball? Not really. That was a little bit disappointing. I think I'd probably rather have seen more of the ball in order to be able to control the game a bit better, in truth, and I think that's a very truthful reply. Well, despite being comprehensively outpossessed, you've managed to avoid defeat. How do you reflect on that performance? I'm pleased, and that's it. Fair enough. Press conferences can be funny things. Anyway, training schedule. Look, I think I'll worry about that a little bit later. So that's in 35 days' time in the game, this FFA Cup final. So I think what I'll do is between now and then we'll organise some more pre-season games, and they'll be played at home so we can generate some extra income. But hasn't been, once again, not a bad outcome for the Newcastle side, and I'm quite surprised that we've got to the final, because in most cup competitions in Football Manager over the years, I struggle to do well. So I'm quite amazed that I've actually got to a cup final this time round. That's a bit of a shock. But anyway, that's the video for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm Barry Foster. Until next time, it's goodbye from me.